I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we break down all the goals scored in the Premier League. And today we're doing Arsenal throwing away their title chances by losing to West Ham at home. If you're at home, you've got to put teams like West Ham away if you really want to win the league. I think there's a couple of other things. I might do like a bit of a season review in Arsenal as well, because I also think something like 4 or 7 red cards they've had, and we are going to cover the red card incident today. But that's something more wearing of Arsenal's why they're not winning the league this year is because of the amount of red cards they have. And why I want to do a proper review on it, I want to actually see, are they real red cards? Because I think there's been a couple that Arsenal have had that haven't really been deserving, and that does change things a little bit. Or if there are some that are deserved, well, clearly you've got a discipline issue, and all of a sudden, if you fix that discipline issue, you're not losing those games, and now you're actually in a title challenge, and you're actually going to win the league. So it's simple things to fix sometimes that actually push you over, push you over the line. But West Ham today, look, they just show you exactly what they want to do. One Bazooka is running down the wing here, and I get it. It's one Bazooka. You're not really bothered about marking him because he's rubbish. I get it, but not today. He actually played okay, and you can see Jared Bowen is sitting right here. And they're just transparent about what they're trying to do. Get round you and then play the ball back and have Jared Bowen finish it. But what's more worrying is when you look at this, okay, on this break here, 4v1 Arsenal players, but in this midfield zone here, there's absolutely no Arsenal players. So from a coaching point of view, if you've seen this, you've seen West Ham attack you, you've seen this pattern emerge, and what ends up happening is, as we move this forward, drops here to Jared Bowen on the edge of the box. There's no one close enough to challenge him. All right, centre-backs are just not marking anybody really. Well, they're not sure where the ball's going to get played, but also they're not really looking at what's going on with Jared Bowen, just drifting in a little bit late. And it's not just him. There's 2 other options as well, and somebody on the back stick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You really have to check yourself if you're Nicholas Arteta. And go, right, okay, well, this is what their game plan is. We need to make sure we don't get caught here, because when Jared Bowen receives this ball, he has a bit of a shot and it goes wide. And that's the first warning shot. The first warning shot to say, okay, we better tighten up here, boys. We better do something because this isn't quite right. We're getting caught here. We need to make sure that we don't get caught on the counter-attack in that space with one Bazooka coming through and finding Jared Bowen. Did I say Boeing? I mean Bowen, yeah, well, okay, whatever. Right, so this is where the West Ham, with the ball back on their own of their 18-yard box, run down the other end and score. But what I want you to be aware of is where the ball is there, you've got 8 players. That's a great 8 there, Cash. 8 players there, and you've got 4 there. So it shouldn't be too hard for them to defend it, knowing, well, we've actually got numbers behind the ball already at this point. So by the time we get down to the other end of the field, hopefully we're going to have some more of our players actually coming back and defending. But as all we know on this channel, someone's got their armour telling somebody what to do in the Premier League. In the next 5 seconds, that means someone's going to score a goal. Now, it does take a little bit longer than 5 seconds here, but yeah, it's frustrating when he's doing this because he's not concentrating on his job, which is to go win the football. So you're not doing anything. We talk about it all the time. If you're telling somebody else to do a job, you're not focused on your own job. Do your own job first, especially in football. He's not getting anywhere near the ball. So what are you doing? You're telling somebody else to do a job. No, you either do it or you win the football. You don't do neither, and that's exactly what he does here. Now, as well, you can see a lot of the Arsenal players aren't exactly quick to get back, which with the red flag that they had earlier, that this is their out ball, giving it out here to one Bazooka or him running down, they should be much more aware as they're trying to stop this counter-attack. Almost an identical situation as last time, where you've got your back 4, you've got your runners coming in. The only difference this time is we've got 1 extra Arsenal player helping defend, and maybe but he's just too far away. You can see that how poor Arsenal are on defensive transition. All of these players were in the 18-yard box, all of them, with Arsenal players next to them and some in front of them, and yet none of the Arsenal players have come back and helped defensively. None of them. Declan Rice, I think, it comes back. The rest, no. This is why you're not champions. This is why you lose games. Just your work ethic isn't there. It's just not, because you saw all your players there. You saw everyone for West Ham was in the box, behind the ball, and now you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 West Ham players in the other end, and there was only 1 in front of the ball when we were highlighted it down by the 18-yard box. 1. So that means 4 other players have sprinted from one end of the field to the other, and only 1 Arsenal player, because we knew there was 4 in front of the ball. Only 1 Arsenal player. That's telling. Now this is interesting. You watch as he just ghosts in behind Declan Rice. You have a little look there. He's looking, but he's getting caught between 2 minds because there's another player here. Body shape, wrong way, facing this way. He needs to be turned a little bit more, so his shoulders are there and he's facing that way. That's the difference, because if he's seeing Jared Bowen coming in here, and he's probably able to do something about it, block the run, do something. Yeah, but no one does. Just before the cross is coming in, look at this. You've got 1, 2 player behind you, actually 2 players behind you, completely unmarked in a pocket inside the box. He's too far away. I mean, just 2 players sitting there waiting for this cross to come over. As it does, simple. No one's even marking him. He's run the whole length of the field tracking him, and then in the last 10 yards, stopped marking him. Was too busy trying to cut the ball out instead of just mark with the player. And maybe the keeper could have come. Actually, the keeper probably could have come to get it, but yeah, maybe. Now I'm thinking about it. But let's move on to this red card, and then let's get out of here. Actually, this is one of those fouls where if you told me it was a yellow, I'd go, yeah, okay, until I actually saw it and noticed the reason why this is a red card. The main reason for me is because this is where the goalkeeper is. If he just be able to take 1 step, he can take a shot from there and score a goal. That's, to me, the reason this is a red card and not a yellow card. If the keeper is in his 18-yard box, I'm not giving this anywhere near the credibility of giving it a red card. All because the keeper is so far out, you have to. Because if he's got possession of this ball, chances are it's a goal. It's just got to hit the target. Not hard from there. And he's under no pressure at all. Now, one of the other things I want to comment, I want to talk about VAR a little bit more every time we see it. VAR is ruining the game massively, and it's not for the reasons you think. I want you to be aware and start thinking about all the times when you know it's onside or it's offside, and VAR are taking a month to go over the decision, and you're just like, oh, we know what the decision is, we know what it's going to be. Why are you ruining the game doing an offside decision that we clearly see is onside or offside? You know what I mean? And they're taking 5 minutes to make the drama of the game. That's a very, very important thing to pay attention to, because it's one of the reasons football is dying. I'm going to be doing a video on it this week about it, how important it is to understand these little things that are killing up the game of football, and that's one of them. But let's just watch it as he goes. Blomp takes him down, clear red card. On your bike, Sonny. And other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.